My own personal background is as a musician. I spent about 10 years before I started this company playing in rock bands and traveling around the U.S. and trying to make a living as a musician. And so I've long had an interest in the sort of problem of music discovery and how do artists find a large enough audience to sustain a musical career. And at the tail end of my performing days, I was a film composer for about 4 years. And the job of a film composer is to figure out the musical taste of a film director. And you typically do that through something of a musical interview, where you literally sit down with the director, each with a stack of CDs, and start playing music for each other. It's kind of like a musical Myers-Briggs test. And you exchange sort of thoughts about stuff you like and don't like, and then the composer has to sort of interpret that as musicological information, and then use that to create a new composition that will appeal to the director. And so I got very used to thinking about people's musical taste in terms of attributes. That's effectively what I was doing as a composer. And that's where the idea for the music genome was hatched. The idea of breaking down songs into their component parts and then using that to recommend new music. And so those experiences, those ideas have been percolating in my head, and I was living in the Bay Area in 1999, which was a very fertile time for entrepreneurs, and really a time when I think a lot of people who might not otherwise have thought of themselves as business people or startup folks took the plunge. And I shared the idea with a friend of mine who himself had already successfully launched and sold a company since college. And he said, "What the hell, let's go ahead and do it." And so it turned into a company. A couple weeks later, we were writing a business plan and raising money. That's kind of the genesis of the idea.